This is the Bahamas Tonight, the Northern Edition, and good evening all. I'm Shoshina Roll. As always, it is so great to have you with us. Topping news, the Minister for Grand Bahama heading a delegation today to Water Cay. The small remote community in the east has seen a significant decline in population, but the government is now focusing on upgrading the infrastructure on the Cay. The goal is to make it a tourist attraction and to encourage those who have left to return home. Italia Hall made the trip.
Waterkey is a small community just north of the mainland of Grand Bahama. The community was once home to more than 450 residents, but today the population is said to be around 10 persons. The Minister for Grand Bahama, Michael Darville, Senator Tanisha Tynes, and Member of Parliament for East Grand Bahama, Peter Turnquest, were taken on a tour of Waterkey on Friday. The purpose of the visit was to observe the progress of the infrastructural development. Minister Darville says Waterkey has so much potential, but the condition of the small community has hindered its development. 2 years ago, the government awarded a contract to Smith's Construction to complete the major restoration of the dock and roadway on the island. Minister Darville says this is one way to revive the Waterkey.
The government is cognizant of the fact that infrastructural works must continue on the Cay, and we are working feverishly to ensure that this happens. In the upcoming months, Phase 3 of the project will be completed with the installation of a water tank and the refurbishing of the teacher's residence as a hurricane shelter. I encourage the local residents, especially those who are descendant from Waterkey, to invest at home. I am convinced that this Cay has great potential as a tourism hub, as well as the facilitation of a boutique hotel, and small and medium-sized businesses can thrive.
The first phase of the work began in November of 2013, and since then the road was restored and the government dock at the Batelco landing site was repaired. MP Peter Turnquest says this initiative was on the priority list for East Grand Bahama.
Waterkey has tremendous potential for boutique resort, bonefish lodges, and certainly this facility will help to promote and facilitate that kind of development. And so on behalf of the residents of Waterkey, we certainly wish to thank the government for implementing and re-establishing this dock here.
This resident of Waterkey says he's pleased with the work carried out so far, and he hopes it will encourage some former residents to return home.
The people in Freeport, with this work which is going on here, that they can be able to come back home and capitalize on this and the opportunities here for all of us.
It's Talia Hall, ZNS Network News.
It is a billion-dollar industry, and the government is moving forward with efforts to get more Bahamians involved in the handicraft sector. The new head of the government agency responsible for handicraft says greater involvement in this industry is high on his agenda. Sabrina Brown reports.
The government is continuing its mandate to stimulate economic growth through the Bahamas Agricultural and Industrial Corporation. On Grand Bahama, BAIC is focused on establishing a handicraft center which is nearing completion. Minister for Grand Bahama Dr. Michael Darville and other government officials were given a tour of the craft center on Thursday afternoon.
We see that as a very interesting place, because we will now be able to have a place where our artisans and those who are specializing in arts and crafts will have the ability to demonstrate their gifts and talents. We realize that it's a program that will be worked in conjunction with the Ministry of Tourism, us here at the Ministry for Grand Bahama, to create this new site where tourists can visit and see local production of arts and craft here on the island of Grand Bahama.
Newly appointed chairman of BAIC, Dion Smith, is impressed with the new craft center.
It's designed so well to help persons here in the handicraft industry. You will see that we have a production room. And in this production room, we're coming with a new and interesting dynamic, because the local artisans and handicraft persons will be able to come in and have somewhere for them to produce their goods. As we are aware, there is no place like that now in Grand Bahama, and we know that we have a lot of persons that are very well skilled in the handicraft area.
General Manager Troy Sampson says there is great potential in the handicraft business, and he's encouraging Bahamians to take advantage of this lucrative industry.
The numbers that we've heard from time to time range in the tens of millions, almost sometimes approaching the hundreds of millions in terms of what the sector is valued. And so we want to say to all the residents of Grand Bahama to please, take advantage of this opportunity. There's going to be a tremendous, we believe, benefit to those who do, and anything that BAIC can continue to do to help to stimulate the economy, which is a part of our mandate, we are prepared to do, and we are so pleased with the work that we have seen thus far in the Arts and Crafts Center.
Sabrina Brown, ZNS Network News.
Well, the Deputy Prime Minister addressing young men of the Pine Ridge community, advising them of the importance of making good decisions and living up to their obligations as leaders. The event was sponsored by the Urban Renewal team. Megan Shepard has the details.
The Deputy Prime Minister and Minister of Works and Urban Development, the Honorable Philip Davis, addressing young men in the Pine Ridge community Friday afternoon. Minister Davis noting that young men often become wayward and fall prey to many social ills within the community. He is urging them to stray from negative influences.
Today, I invite you to begin to look at the world and yourselves differently. Our country, very survival depends on you, as you would have heard. That is a difficult thought, to have so much responsibility rest with you. However, it is an essential part of becoming a man, a leader, and a nation builder.
The Deputy Prime Minister then encouraged the young men to take steps toward their goals, no matter how small.
Procrastination, putting things off for tomorrow, is the biggest thief of time. Today is your only promise. Start now. Do what you need to do to rise above your challenges by just taking one small and practical step towards what you want today. And sometimes, as this verse Ecclesiastes say to us, that if you wait for perfect conditions, you'll never get anything done. So the verse goes on to say, plant everything, because you never know, everything might grow.
Deputy Director of Urban Renewal, Michelle Rackley, also reminding them of the important role men must play as head of the home and future leaders. She says although they may face peer pressure, they must stay the course of positivity.
We have seen drugs destroy the minds of some of our young people. If you get it laced, that could be the end of you being in your sound mind. That could be the end of you being around your peers. And the same persons who encourage you, it may not happen to them. It may happen to you. So we just want to let you know today how important you are to us. And as young men, what you mean to this nation. The Bahamas need you, and we cannot afford to lose one of you.
The Deputy Prime Minister says that as a government, they support the transition of young men to future leaders and nation builders. He says now is the time to make the steps toward a better future.
So young people, let us vow today to make a change. Michael Jackson's song, as it rings in all of our spirit, what he says, I'm starting with the man in the mirror. I'm asking him to change his ways. No message could have been any clearer. If you want to make the world a better place, what do? Take a look at yourself and then make that change.
Megan Shepard, ZNS Network News.
A memorial service will be held at the Cathedral of Christ the King on February 23rd at 4 p.m. for former Port Authority Honorary Chairman Sir Jack Hayward. Sir Jack Hayward was one of the pioneers of Freeport. Through his efforts and the dedication of the original founder, Freeport was transformed from a pine barren to a modern city. Sir Jack passed away on January 13th in Fort Lauderdale, Florida, at the age of 91. Now, it is requested that in lieu of flowers, donations be made to the many charities that were dear to Sir Jack's heart, including the Grand Bahama Humane Society, the Sir Jack Hayward Soccer Camp, the Grand Bahama Sailing Club, the YMCA, Freeport Builders Guild, Salvation Army, Jack Hayward High School Rugby Club, Sir Charles Hayward Library, and the Bahamas National Trust. Sir Jack's funeral is set for London on February 3rd. Stay with us, more news right after this.
Bringing news that matters to you. You're watching the Bahamas Tonight Northern Edition.
Welcome back. The Ministry of Education's 18th Annual District Spelling Bee competition held today at the Foster B. Pastina Center. This is the third year that the Grand Bahama competition was divided into two areas, Eastern and West Grand Bahama districts. Coordinator, Senior Education Officer, Daphne Barr.
Very excited because we have actually 24 students participating. But what is unique about this competition is that it is separated in two districts. So we are simultaneously having two districts competition going on at the same time.
Barr says Grand Bahama has performed well at the national and the international levels over the years, and she's hoping that that trend continues.
Last year, we had two students from government schools, one from Hugh Campbell and the other one from Maurice Moore, who went to Nassau to participate. And of course, we are very proud to say that the student from Hugh Campbell placed second. So I believe that Grand Bahama is beginning to come up to the forefront. And I'm just praying that this year we can have a champion nationally who will go to Scripps. In the past, when Grand Bahama was really shining and being producing the best spellers in the nation, that several times at Scripps, we placed 30-something, 40-something out of 220 students.
Carrie Boleg of Gateway Academy out of Bimini was the winner in the Western District. Celine Johnson of Sunland Baptist Academy took the title in the Eastern District. They will represent Grand Bahama at the National Spelling Bee in New Providence in April. Scripps is an international spelling bee that is held in Washington, D.C. The national winner represents the Bahamas at that competition. Well, the students of Grand Bahama will have their time to shine tomorrow evening as the Junior Junkanoo Parade kicks off on Piners Way. From preschool to primary, high school, and all-age schools, they are all prepared for the big show. Tonight, we will meet a group getting ready to make their debut. The students at Growing Years Preschool preparing to enter the Junior Junkanoo Parade for the first time in the school's history. Teachers and students are busy putting together those last-minute touches. The principal of the school, Anushka Roll, says they are serious about giving first competition. She adds that this performance is in honor of a very special person.
I decided to enter the Junior Junkanoo competition in honor of my mother that passed away in December. She was always behind me to enter Junior Junkanoo, but I thought that Junkanoo was not my thing. But now that I'm in it and I've been pasting and what we call tricking, that's decorating the costumes, I think I found a new passion and a new love.
The girls have the moves down pat. The boys are beating the drums and shaking the cowbells. It's already Junkanoo fever at Growing Years Preschool. Roll says every school should take part in this cultural expression.
I would encourage them to start, and once you start, you would fall in love with the culture.
What about the children? Talk a little bit about how they feel about entering into this parade.
The children are very excited. They love the dance. They love beating the drums. You know, they may not have a lot of rhythm, but they enjoy it.
The children say they are truly enjoying the experience.
Yes.
What are you doing?
Dancing.
Are you having fun practicing?
Yes.
Are you in Junkanoo this time around?
Yes.
What are you doing?
Dancing.
Show me one of your favorite moves. No, that's not a move. Are you excited about being in the parade?
Yes, ma'am.
What are you gonna do this time? Are you one of the dancers?
As a drummer.
What are you doing in Junior Junction?
Beating drum.
Beating the drum? Who taught you how to beat the drum?
Myself.
Yourself? Are you excited?
Yes, ma'am.
Are you gonna be afraid on the parade route?
No.
All right.
Dancing.
Junkanoo is our heritage. So why not teach them from small and get them involved from small and help them from the smaller age so when they get bigger they know already what to go into the dance, how to beat the drums, how to shake the cowbells. So that's my reason in doing it.
And are you enjoying it?
I am. I love them. I love them. What's this? Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Give me some of that. Love them.
Can't wait for tomorrow evening. Well, the Grand Bahama Christian Council set to host a prayer motorcade this weekend. Church leaders say this country continues to be afflicted with many challenges, and they believe that the only way to combat these issues is through prayer.
Holding a prayer motorcade was prompted by a telephone call I received early this month from Pastor Pedersen Ballou. His voice was added to several persons who called me since coming to office last May, urging me to call the church leaders together to pray for our nation.
In 2015, I think for this year, we're not out of January yet, and we've already had 9 murders. So we know we have a challenging year ahead even in that area. And I think prayer is a great place to start.
Now they're inviting the wider community to join the prayer motorcade, which will begin in the eastern and western part of the island and culminate in Freeport.
And I would say that our nation, our island, and our communities are in great distress. We have been bombarded by crime, a crime wave that has hit our nation. And the Word of God tells us in 2 Chronicles chapter 7 and 14, he said that if his people that are called by his name, if we humble ourselves and pray, seek his face, turn from our wicked ways, he will hear us from heaven, he will forgive our sins and heal our land.
We would like to ask those churches that are west of the Mall Drive in Freeport to participate in the motorcade beginning in West End at St. Peter's Baptist Church at 7 a.m. And those churches that are east of the Mall Drive in Freeport, we're asking you to join us beginning in McLeanstown and McLeanstown Dock at 7 a.m. And then we will meet together in Freeport.
Now, once again, that prayer motorcade is set for tomorrow. And he is known for his ministry's massive giveaways on this island. And this week, as Jubilee Cathedral celebrates Bishop Godfrey Williams' 32nd pastoral anniversary, they are doing it true Sugar Sugar Man style. Elder in the church, Laquez Williams, and coordinator Viola DeVoe say this Sunday is an exciting time for the church, and they're inviting the entire Grand Bahama community to be a part of it.
Exciting time. We're looking forward to have Overseer Helen Matthew all the way from Nassau who's coming to be with us that Sunday, and the whole Grand Bahama is invited to be with us at 10 o'clock on Sunday morning. In addition to that, we have our bishop. He loved to give away stuff, so it's going to be a great, awesome time, but the key is you have to be in church in order to get what's coming after church. So we're looking forward to having a great time.
Not only clothing, we have shoes, we have children clothes, children books, school books. We have bicycles, we have jackets, we have the works. And we just inviting the community to come out and celebrate with us. It's Pastor's 32nd anniversary, and we are coming up for 21 days fast, so we are ready to celebrate and, just give God the glory for all that he has been doing in the ministry.
Now, Bishop Williams says he is humbled by the honor this coming Sunday, but he notes that it will be a bittersweet moment.
I'm saddened at one point because my wife will not be able to be there with me as she has been hospitalized for some time now. And so we want to remember her in our prayers. But in light of that, we want to, I believe, ingratitude is a sin. The least that we can do is to give God thanks for all that He has done. Considering 32 years has been quite a long time, for some might be short, but it has been quite a long time. We have touched the lives of so many persons in this community, and many persons have been really praying for even my wife now as she's been going through her illness. And I just want to say thanks to the community for their prayers.
Now, once again, this massive giveaway is this Sunday at Jubilee Cathedral, beginning at 10 a.m. You have to be in church. Stay with us. Ricardo Lightborn has a check on sports when we come back.
Everybody, welcome to Sports and Ricardo Lightborn. This one goes tonight to Cola. She's somewhere downtown. She's having a good time tonight. She's going to be celebrating with Candace and also with Ali Culliman next week, but also Selena Sawyer celebrates tonight. Well, the YMCA pool is the training venue for the new Blue Marlins swim club. Kimberly Mullings went to the pool where it was a little warm and got this report for you.
Lane 1, let's get ready to go.
16 children are a part of the new Blue Marlins aquatic swim team. Only 5 of them have competed nationally and some have never been on a plane before. Head coach Stacey Bradley says she couldn't be more proud of this group.
So these young kids, they're fresh to the sport, they're brand new, but they're really coming out here hard. It is cold out here today. This pool is only 78 degrees, but they're out here 6 days a week training, even though it's freezing cold.
Dedication is key when it comes to swimming, says Coach Bradley, something these kids have displayed both day and night. They're ready to compete against Abaco and Nassau.
The sport goes year-round. There is no break in swimming. There is no hiatus. There is no season. It goes all year round, and it is every single day. It's not like I'm going to basketball practice twice a week or soccer twice a week. These kids have to be here at 5 o'clock in the morning. They have to be here at night.
The parents, this trip would not be possible. It costs nearly $500 for each child to travel to these meets. All 16 swimmers are able to go. Bradley says this is the best set of parents she has ever worked with in her 11 years of coaching.
I am thankful for the parents that I have. This group of parents that I have is the best group of parents I've ever worked with, and I've been coaching for 11 years now. These parents are very gung-ho. They're out there doing bake sales and souse-outs and masquerade balls, whatever they can do to raise money to get these kids to go to Nassau.
Breaststroker 7-year-old Livingston Duncan plans to give it his all, and 15-year-old Andre Prosper hopes to rank in order to compete nationally.
I'm looking forward to being fast and swimming good.
I'm looking forward to get some nationals time so I can go to nationals and swim. The Blue Marlins is a really good team, and they really support you and help you.
Little Marvin Johnson, though only 8, is a veteran who loves every stroke. This weekend, he's looking to make history and trusts the Blue Marlins will do well.
I have a goal to beat all the records and put my name in a record book for almost 10 years. I've been training hard, so I think I can do it. And I think I'm going to keep my name in the record books for a really long time. I think they're going to do really well. They've been training hard too. Coach Stacey has been pushing us really hard, and we had some difficulties, but we have mastered them now.
Blue Marlins!
Kimberly Mullings, ZNS Total Sports.
And the Blue Marlins are in New Providence for the Barracuda meet tonight. Insurance Manager meet tonight. That's going to be another one as well. And Abaco Swim Club is there. Don't forget Super Bowl Sunday. New England Patriots or the Seahawks. Well, Seahawks. Don't let Darrell Ware know because he'll kill you. That's a look at sports tonight.